Postgame show tonight as we recap Game 42 of the season for the Lake Show from LA Live. Lakers Mavericks is a final.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
Here's Beto Duran.
Let's go. That's exactly how I thought that game would go. That's exactly what I expected. That's exactly what I thought the score was going to be. And that's exactly what I thought Dallas was going to do. Right now, let me just start right now. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. I was wrong. If you watched me on Spectrum Sportsnet with my good friend Chris McGee and Mike Bresnahan last night, I was on. I'll look at Spiffy. And we had to do a prediction of the next 9 games coming up, the schedule for the rest of January. And I said the Lakers, I think, we had 8 games. So I said the Lakers are going to go 5-3 in the next games. And I said, but they're going to lose to Dallas because Kyrie has been on fire. Luka has been on fire. And the Lakers are a team that right when you think they got it, they reel you in, and then they push you back. So I was wrong. I picked against him tonight. And you know what? I'm glad I was wrong. Because this version of the Lakers, this Laker team with this energy, with this chemistry between D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, this team that, I hate when people say this, when they go, oh, they wanted it more. Well, they wanted it more tonight. I like this team. And I'm not going to complain and say, where have they been? We should have had this. It takes a while for Darvin Ham and the coaching staff and the front office to figure out what you have. But this lineup right now with D'Angelo starting, Austin Reeves starting, Taurean Prince in there, I like it. I really like it. It's a fun team. And look, Dallas is a team that the last time you saw them, it wasn't good. Dallas couldn't shoot the 3 tonight, going 11 for 40. And neither could the Lakers. They were super cold in the first half from the 3-point line. Neither team can shoot. But in the third quarter, the Lakers came out and punched them and pushed them back and took over. And for the first time, I think, this season, I didn't think the Lakers were going to give up a lead. And even when Dallas was starting to come back in a little bit, the Lakers would do something to push them back. Like, there was never that sense of, uh-oh. And I know Michael Thompson likes to put the game away early, and he should have. Like, the Lakers were fun to watch tonight. Welcome to the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. I'm your host, Beto Duran. Like, at the end of the third quarter, the Lakers have a 17-point lead. I did that halftime update, right? I'm a third quarter update. And I walked back across the crypto.com arena to our ESPN studios across the street. I tapped my producer, Michael Funches, on the shoulder, and I said, gone. I didn't even have any kind of concern. And I'm glad that I'm wrong. At the end of the third quarter, Russell had 24. Anthony Davis had 28. LeBron had 18. Luka had 30, but who cares about Luka's 30? Because nobody else was doing anything. They played excellent defense on Kyrie Irving. 3 of 12 for Kyrie. Hey, let's go, right? This is what Michael Thompson was talking about a couple days ago when he said the Lakers' schedule this week. He expects them to go 4-0. They should go 4-0. Get right back into it. Get back to 500. They're 21-21 right now. This was fun to watch. And if you want to call tonight and complain about something, you better come strong with your complaint. I mean, like, airtight complaint. No wishy-washy complaints. I'll take your complaint calls, but also take your very positive calls. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. About time, right? Like, it's about time. My timeline looked good on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. The Kamenetskis tweeting back and forth with them. You know, this is what we expected to have this season from the Lakers. We expected a team that's going to roll somebody, and maybe they've turned it around. They won 4 of the last 6. So give us a call tonight, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Let's bring in the crew right now. The nice young man, Will Flores, running the Wheels of Steels. Will, you sit here by yourself the entire game.
Yes.
Until the fourth quarter when I show up. Right?
Yes.
You Man, a few words. That's why you're great at what you do.
No. All right. Can I ask you something, Beto?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think benching and D'Lo put that dog back in him?
You know what? That's a very interesting question. I don't think the benching was done to send him a message of, hey, you're not performing, you're going to the bench as a punishment. It was more of, let's try to figure out what pieces work with each other, which round circle should go with the round circle, which square peg goes with the square peg. You know, like, I think it was more of that. It was never, man, these kids are not performing, let me send them to the bench and as a punishment. So it wasn't any of that. But, you know, D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, they weren't happy about it. And I'm not going to say that a professional athlete needs that extra motivation to get after it, but you know, and I actually had this conversation with my daughter this morning. She's a soccer player in 8th grade. Like, you got to perform so well that your coach can't take you out, that your coach has to have you play. And that's what we saw tonight. D'Angelo Russell, he's been good the last couple games. Real good. Look at Will contributing tonight. Everybody's contributing tonight. All right. Kids in the back, who do we got working? I can't see you from the screen.
Oh, I'm here. DeAndre's here.
Oh, what's up, DeAndre?
What's
I didn't know
going
you were
on?
back there. I didn't know you were working with us tonight. What's up, DeAndre?
Man, you know, I got a lot of good stuff for you today, man.
All right, all
I ain't gonna
right.
lie to you.
What's up, DeAndre? Okay, so we
You're
are
being
up on the
humble.
YouTube
Producer
chat.
DeAndre.
Appreciate you. So DeAndre Ayton is from Portland. That's no relation to you. What's up, DeAndre? How was the game for you?
It was great, man. Didn't expect to be a blowout like that, but, you know, honestly, it was good for Lakers to come out like that in the second half with a strong start. So it was good to see.
All right, so what are we going to get from you tonight?
A lot of good content, I'll tell you that. Go check out our socials on ESPN Los Angeles. Got a lot of good stuff and Postgame as well.
Give me what did you get?
So, look. I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw a little interaction between LeBron and Kyrie at the end of the game, man.
Okay.
You know a lot of sources are going on right now as far as like, you know,
we'll get into
Kyrie
that.
saying that he wants to possibly team up with LeBron in the near future.
Yeah, Ramona Shelburne had that
Yeah,
story.
exactly,
So you got some interaction with that?
I did get some interaction with that. I got a whole clip. You guys can find it on our ESPN Los Angeles socials on Twitter and Instagram. I just put it up right now, so you guys go ahead and check it out.
All right, cool. Who else is working with you?
We got P. Bell, man.
Parker Bell. What's up in Parker Bell?
sir.
How was the game for you?
Oh, it was a great game. You know, we saw some celebrity action as well. Jay Hud was there with her man Common. That was cool to see, as well as
Did you just drop a J HUD?
Oh, you know it. Come on. We got an EGOT winner in the building. Of course her name's gonna come
Jennifer
first.
Hudson, sir. J HUD, like we're all homies. All right. Hey, and Michael Funch is busy answering the phone. Funch,
I'm here,
you know,
I'm here,
what
I'm
up, Funch? How are you doing?
What's going on? Can I say something? Just
That's the part.
if you're gonna call people,
Uh-oh.
if you're gonna call people, and I tell you get off the speakerphone because I can't understand you, please get off your speakerphone. Thank you.
All right. The views and opinions of Michael Funches, I support. Hey, Parker Bell and DeAndre, tonight, I don't want you guys just to wait until the last segment. If you hear anything that I say or a caller says, I want you to interact with us and get into the flow. I want you guys part of the show tonight. It's not just me. It's everybody, because the Lakers were facilitating. The Lakers were passing around. The Lakers had 1, 2, 3, 4 different players in double figures. You know what I like tonight about the Lakers? They held onto the ball. 10 turnovers. They forced 15. They were taking advantage of the points. The Lakers, all the good stuff was on their side. And I know I'm going to get caught up in saying about time, but damn, it is about time. It is about time. Tonight, the Lakers, points off of turnovers, 20. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Lakers do well. So DeAndre and Parker and everybody involved behind the scenes, get involved. I don't want to be the only one talking tonight. It's going to be a team effort. Lakers win 127-110. They're back to 500. They're 2-0 this week. We'll take your calls. You listen to the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Looking for a vehicle
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The Lakers post-game show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
This is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame.
Here's Beto Duran.
The Lakers win their 3rd straight game. They've now won 4 of 6 after a 123. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me get that right. Let me clean it up. 127-110 victory over the. Who is it? Who they play? Who they play?
Mavericks.
The Mavericks, who were the favorites coming into this game. Lakers. This is their 3rd straight win. I'm sorry. 4 in the last 6 games. 2nd straight win. Let me start this over. Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. I'm your host, Beto Duran. Lakers win their 2nd straight game. They've now won 4 of 6 after beating Dallas 127-110. We'll do it live, baby. We'll do it live right there. And check out everybody on the YouTube chat. I see you guys there. Let's go straight to the phones. Gabe in Westchester, you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What do you got?
Beto.
Yo.
You know, the last time I called in, you and I actually called in about after the Raptors game, and you and I both said we're not convinced.
Mm-hmm.
I got to say, with the energy of the last 2 games I've seen, I'm starting to really believe. I think that I've always known the talent's there, but I know that energy comes and goes. When these guys are all committed and they're all in, it's on offense, it's fluid, it's adaptive, and on defense, it's they're dogs. And I'll say one unsung hero that I know we talk about Reeves and D'Angelo and obviously LeBron and AD, but Jared Vanderbilt, his energy's back. The energy that we saw the second half of last season, he is back to being that dog on defense, and it's a joy to watch. He bugged Kyrie Irving every time he guarded him. He made Kyrie take shots that he may not have wanted to take. Maybe Kyrie makes that on a different night, but I'd rather Kyrie make the crazy fadeaway, fading out of bounds for every shot than have him have a square-up 3. And I really think the other adjustment we made, which I talked about, was that off-ball three-point defense. I really think it wasn't just Dallas' bad shooting. I think we were forcing them to take bad threes.
Yeah.
They weren't getting a lot of open looks. I think Kleber had a couple open looks. I think Luka had a couple open looks. Other than that, they had to earn their points.
Gabe, those are
you
great
see what
points.
happens when they earn their points.
The open threes weren't really there tonight, and they were rotating better. They were doing a much better job. And Gabe, I'm right there with you. You kind of sense it in the same way I am, where they're not quite convincing me, but the way that they're playing, this is like, now I see what Darvin's talking about. And Gabe, appreciate the phone call in the Westchester area. Go Comets. They don't need much because the guys that they have there can do it. Again, are they a championship team? Not right now. Can they be? If they put some stuff together, they could make some noise. Do they need some help? I wouldn't mind it. But if you get guys locked in and doing what they need, that's a different story. And Jared Vanderbilt, don't look at his numbers. Like, you're going to say, oh, he had 7 points, 1 of 3. Don't look at that. He had the 9 boards. That's what you need from him. He had the ability to get in Kyrie's face. And the other night, Funch, weren't we talking about how Vanderbilt was all over SGA?
Yeah, yeah. And they basically put him on an island with Kyrie all game, and he played really good.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, 4 of 16 from the field. Give a lot of credit where credit is due to Taurean Prince and Jared Vanderbilt. Prince had the 9 points for you. But the defense, when you lock in on that, that's what you need to do. Let's go to Spectrum Sportsnet. Darvin Ham on the second half focus, because we mentioned it, that third quarter, I don't know what team that was, but they came out ready.
Just to, again, get stops, hold them to one possession, and once we got it, but even if they did make it, to constantly have that rush right back at them once we had the ball and the ball security. You know, us getting stops, holding them to one possession, and us taking care of the ball, I think was the key factor. Key factors in what you saw, you know, us create a surplus.
Darvin Ham, courtesy of Spectrum Sports Net. John in L.A., you're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What do you got to say, John?
Like the last caller said, it's all about defense. If the Lakers are letting other teams put up 120, 130 points, we just have to play perfect offense to be able to win. We did it against Toronto, but we can't do it on the regular. Last couple of games, they're holding teams to 100, 110 points. Mm-hmm. They give themselves a chance. And today, there was a defensive scheme that they stuck to. When Kyrie came around the pick or when Luka came around the pick, they had AD roam and double. Yes. They got burned a little bit because their center, I think Dylan, was being able to get a bunch of dunks. I think he had 16 points off 8 dunks today.
Yeah, but that's all he does. Like that,
and it worked.
That's all he can do. Like Lively, that's what he does. Like you put him 3 feet away, he's not doing anything. But if he can just grab a dunk and put it in there, he's going to do that. And John, you're right. The defense. I think Darvin Ham even said it to the media a couple minutes ago that the defense is their best offense right now.
I mean, if you're letting a team, if you're going to let them put up 120, 130 points, mm-hmm. we have to be perfect, and we don't have the shooters that can do that. But 100, 105 points, we can hang with anybody.
And John, let me give you these numbers before we go somewhere else. Tonight, they gave up 110, win. Last game, 105, win. Game before that, Utah, they give up 132, lose. Phoenix, 127, lose. Toronto, that was just a battle, 132, 131, but they won, right? The Clippers, they beat them 106, 103. You're right on it, John. They cannot give up that many points, control it on the defense. Good job, John. Appreciate that phone call. The Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health wants to remind everyone that there is free emotional support, service referrals, and crisis counseling available 24/7 at 1-800-854-7771 or at dmh.lacounty.gov. Every single game this year, he is there for you. He is showing up. He is getting the job done and just continues to show why he's one of the most elite players on the planet right now.
Here is Anthony Davis to LeBron for 3. Needs a bounce, didn't get it. AD cleans it up and dunks it. 19-16 Dallas.
Anthony Davis is tonight's game player of the game, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. The player of the game is driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Anthony Davis had 28 points, 12 rebounds. He was an assist shy of a triple-double, which would have been his second of the season. And in that third quarter alone, Anthony Davis came alive with 12 points. Just a complete monster, the way that he's been playing.
I think it's mind-blowing that they don't put AD in the MVP conversations at all this season.
Well, you understand why, though, right?
I understand why, as far as the Lakers' record and how they've been playing. But still, it's like it's based off individual performance, and he's been balling this past month.
True,
and
DeAndre.
I get it that
you got to win, though.
And Joker are obviously the faces of the league as far as a big man, but you got to give credit where credit's due sometimes too, as far as the individual record.
Oh, I'm going to beat that drum all day long, but I'm also going to be realistic and be like, well, you can't be the MVP when your team's in 10th.
There's like 6 candidates in front of him probably right now.
So many.
Exactly, there's so many, but it's like, damn, man. But it's hard though, because he really is putting up numbers, and the numbers don't lie.
I mean, is he playing better than Luka? Is he playing better than SGA?
But when you look at MVP, I look at it as an all-around perspective. SGA is obviously really good offensively, and he's not too bad defensively.
And DeAndre, let me give you the media perspective. You're in 10th. It's really simple.
That's it. I was gonna say that.
Exactly.
If the Lakers start climbing and they're in the top 4, then there's a different because now it becomes how the media guys are. The guys who vote on this, it's did you carry your team? Because now it's going to be like, well, he's getting the numbers, but he's not helping his team. Remember, is he making his team better, right? It's like that's why they have the scoring champs. That's why they have all that good stuff. Let's go out to my boy Ron the Caddy. Ron, do not put me in a bad mood right now. You're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Oh, my God. I told Funchy I was on the toilet.
Oh,
are you serious? I'm on right now?
Hang up on him already. Just forget it. Forget it. Just forget it. Like, this is what I said. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Pope and Whittier, what do you got?
All right. God bless everyone in the circle of trust. All right. So, yeah, the headline is Vandalorian's back, man. So if you've noticed the last 3 games, he's gotten more healthier, and he's been more active on the defensive end, which he's our Energizer Bunny and in terms of getting us to transition basketball. So, like you said, don't look into the stats, but look at how everyone is around him when he's on there. He instills confidence. He leads us to transition baskets, which gets the opposition in foul trouble and also gets us easy looks because we need that since we're not the best shooting team. That's it's simple as that. He's getting more healthier, and this team is getting back to last year and as far as being a top transition basketball team, and just that. And I want to tell you too something that I been telling you the last couple of games was the turnover battle. We won the turnover battle. We only had 10 tonight. To their 15.
You've been preaching that, Pro. You've been preaching that.
Yeah, when you win the turnover battle and you're shooting decently from the 3-point line, it's a different team, like I said. So we have that, and we have Rui getting more minutes and just healthier too, where he has more bounce in his step. So we just need. This is the only thing we need, and we have 4 second-rounders to trade and some pick swaps, and we just need a 3-point shooter. You get that, and we're going to the finals.
Oh, okay. Pope, I love the confidence from the circle of trust. Let's just get to a better playoff seed right now.
Get out of the play-in.
Get out of the play-in game.
How about
that? Let's see what happens at the trade deadline. Let's get through the Grammy trip. Let's just get through this week. I'm as much as I want to be, they've turned it around. I'm also hesitant. All right. Who's on Friday? Brooklyn. Is Brooklyn any good right now, Funch?
Currently 10th in the East.
So I said this last night on Spectrum too. This Laker team, it wouldn't surprise me if whoever they beat. This Laker team wouldn't surprise me whoever they lose to. I don't want to think like that.
Yeah, but this 4-0 can happen, This
absolutely.
4-0. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think if they come out and they take care of Brooklyn easily, my confidence level is going to keep on going up and up and up. But I like what I see from D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves. And also, I like what I saw tonight? Points in the paint. 62-46 advantage points in the paint. And points in the paint all season long, sponsored by Vista Paint, locally owned and manufactured for over 65 years. Vista Paint is your home for factory direct, high-quality paint products. Vista Paint, your championship team of paint professionals for over 65 years. Mark in Manhattan Beach always has a good call. Mark, what do you got to talk about tonight on the Lakers postgame show?
¿Qué pasó, Beto?
What's up, man?
I love this is Laker basketball at its finest. I love what their mentality defensively when they're locked in. That really translates to the offensive end. And so when you got a prolific team like Dallas tonight, and you can lock them in like they did, because I wanted to see how, coming off a big win, they would react tonight and see if they would let their guard down and let Dallas really come at them, especially Luka. He loves going at LeBron. So he got his numbers. But overall, they really locked down everybody else. Kyrie really didn't get anything going. Everybody else was a non-factor. And so
you guys jump in some more. I like this.
Locked in defensively, that's the identity of this team. Offense obviously gets all the highlight. But defensively is obviously what won them the championship, especially when AD is active like he is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no stopping him because, to me, he's the most complete all-around guy outside of Joker. So, and Darvin's found something here with this lineup. I think with D'Angelo, I think he's more engaged when he's starting. So this has got to be the starting lineup going forward. D'Lo and Reeves, I got to be the backcourt. I think they found something. These two guys play perfectly off each other, and I think you need guys that can score because you look across the league, all the top league teams can score. And so I think you can only afford to have one guy, maybe like a Taurean Prince, on the court who, is not really just a defensive guy who gets putbacks and really all the garbage buckets. So
because teams slack off of you right there. A guy like Prince and Mark, great points about that. Like a guy like Prince or a guy like Cam Reddish, they're not going to really try to W. That's where Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell can change it up for you because that's different because they have the ability to score. Mark always coming strong, Mark. I like that. Appreciate you.
The thing is about Russell, I'm gonna be
what you got, DeAndre?
About it. Yes, he's a great scorer, but what does he do defensively? Can you rely on him at the end of games to defend? And that's the only thing that comes down with it. Yes, he did a great job tonight scoring, but when it comes down to crunch time, when the Lakers need a big-time stop, can you rely on him to stay in front of somebody?
And that's going to be what we're going to see down the stretch because tonight you didn't have to worry about who's playing down the stretch in crunch time because the game was done. Oklahoma City on Monday night, that game was done. So that's a great point you bring up, DeAndre. Like, who's going to close out the games on the defensive side? And if D'Angelo's not going to be the one, then you lose that scoring, right? And then also, that in the fourth quarter, it's not going to be LeBron deferring that much because LeBron's going to want to have that ball in his hands. Before we go to break, let's hear LeBron James on the impact of AD thanks to ABC TV.
Well, AD gets doubled a lot, and teams are trying to make him give up the ball, but he's been making great reads off of that, either kicking out for threes or getting guys into the paint, slashing, whatever the case may be. So, he opens up that part of his game. It's going to be hard for teams to double team him because they're afraid, for the mismatches on the opposing end. So, on the opposite end here offensively. So, he was great. I wish I could have got him that last assist so he got that triple-double, but it's a great win, though.
LeBron James on ABC TV with Cassidy Hubbard. Lakers win 127-110. Coming up, your phone calls and the mind of Michael. Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
In a row, they're back to 500, 127, 110. They're 21-21 on the season, 15-7 at home. The Mavericks fall to 24-18. Need a break from every day? Not right now, but soon. Well, fans, it might be your lucky day because tonight Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2-night stay plus dinner, golf, or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at FantasySprings.com. Johnny in L.A., you're on the Lakers postgame show after a victory. What do you got, Johnny?
Hey, Beto, first of all, you holding it down for L.A., brother. I love that we have a native holding it down on 710 ESPN. But I'll tell you this, having AD not take any threes and get down in that paint and get us that 62 to 46 in the paint, are you kidding me? That's what we need, bro. That's what we need. If we could do that at what? 4 out of 7 games, 4 out of 5 games? I mean, who's going to get us?
And you know
We're
what?
gonna have to beat Denver.
Yeah, Johnny,
I know that.
I know it's the modern game right now, and the big guys shoot, and they all practice it. But I'm okay with Anthony Davis not taking any threes. Like, I'm okay with that. Get in the paint for me. 28 and 12. That's what I want.
Absolutely. That's how we make championships. We know that. You've seen it.
And Johnny, how about this, though? 5 offensive rebounds. That's what you want to have. Weren't we complaining earlier in the season about how they kept losing the offensive rebounding battle? And like, how does that happen?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Johnny, how you feeling about the Lakers? All right. So they're 2. They've won 2 this week. Do they win 2 more?
Well, they have to. Listen, I'm going home right now, taking my kids, my daughter who's 12, my son who's 10 to the LA Laker game after 4 years of not taking them. I go, we better get a W. And they showed up, man. So I'm high right now on that. So, yeah, absolutely. That game, let's get it.
Cool. Johnny, when you do go to the game, come down to section 111 and come say hello to myself and Funch and Michael Thompson and John Ireland, man. We'd love to meet you, talk to you, and see if you're still ecstatic about that. And
let me tell you, brother, real quick.
Go for it.
Sure, I'm going to come see you. But Michael Thompson blessed me today, man. I ran into him, and I was like, Mr. Thompson, can I get a quick selfie with you? No hesitation.
He's the
He
best.
gave me a selfie, and I told the kids who he is, what the legend is about. So I'm going to come see you, bro. I'm going to come find you.
Do that. Hey, Johnny, hold on the line. Funch wants to talk to you real quick. And good call from Johnny. I appreciate the kind words. And, you know, it just – DeAndre, you're from Palm Springs area, right?
Yeah, Palm Springs.
Parker, you're Orange County, right?
Yes, sir.
Will, you're what, like Silver Lake, hipster area?
Pasadena.
Okay. But you can – when the Lakers are going good, right, the Lakers – push the vibe of the city. Am I right about this?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right. Even in Orange County?
Yeah. Who else are we going to support?
DeAndre, in the desert?
Same way.
Right there by right next to the windmills, you guys are good?
Yeah, exactly. We're all good over there.
Right, but doesn't the show feel different today?
It does.
Like, there's a good, mind you, it was a 5:30 game, and I'm taking the guys out to eat and drink after this, so we got you guys. But, like, this is what we needed. Like, I don't like hearing Darvin Ham in his pockets. He needs to get fired. Like, all that stuff. I hate, this guy says this and that. Like, damn, we have enough negativity in this world as it is. We have enough negativity on my Instagram and my Twitter. Or not my Instagram's fine. My Twitter, I don't even want to check that anymore. Or on the chats. And by the way, thanks everybody on the YouTube chat. But DeAndre, like, you work on Sedano and Cap. Like, you hear the anger from these people sometimes.
All this is just anger. Get rid of Darvin Ham. get rid of D'Lo. Or we gotta make some trades. We need to do this and that. But it's like let the team like figure it out. You know, you're gonna have adversity. When adversity hits, how are you gonna figure it out? That's at the end of the day.
Again, it's not fixed.
It's not fixed. No.
No. There's still some things that need to be fixed. We still need to see how they're gonna handle it in crunch time at the very end. That's when we're gonna see what they got. But it's trending in the right direction, Laker fans. That's what's doing it right now. Here's D'Angelo Russell on Spectrum Sportsnet, and it's labeled, I know what I'm capable of. Oh.
I just know my credibility. I know what I'm capable of. I never forget it. I'll never forget it. My confidence will always be high. And I'll walk like that, talk like that, and try to play like that too, you know, when I have the opportunity to do that. So I think it's just a confidence thing, knowing where, you know, at this level, when you're getting the shots you want to get, just miss and make them. It doesn't really become bigger than that. You know, if you miss throughout a stretch of games, it gives y'all something to talk about, and it becomes relevant because y'all are making it relevant. But for us, for myself, I just try to keep that confidence high, know that I got there, watch the film, see that I just missed shots that I know I can make. Simple as that.
And I tell you every single day that D'Angelo Russell is one of the first ones to come out and warm up. He played the last game. He was really sick from what I was told. At the shoot-around, they thought he was going to be done last Monday against OKC. He was actually listed as out. Played through it, got it, sweated out whatever he had, and he played well. Tonight, again, played well. And it's not because these guys don't work at their craft. Like, they're not showing up 5 minutes before they got to be at the arena, which in the past, there was some players like that. Ooh, there were some guys who would just show up.
I found something interesting in that little interview right there.
What do you got?
From what I heard, he said that his confidence, he plays like that all the time as far as his confidence, and he said that he has something to speak about as far as when shots are not falling throughout a stretch of games. I mean, of course, there's gonna be talks about it, but I'm telling you, like, you got to be able to defend. Like, that's the only way you're going to be able to stay on the court, man. Like,
DeAndre's done.
Look. I'm not. I respect what he did tonight. I respect him as an offensive player, but I come from the basketball mind of you got to be able to play both ends.
DeAndre sounds like a Big Ten coach from the 80s right now. Like those games that used to come out on Channel 2 before you were even born, where it's like Purdue is playing Indiana. It's 38-34. Like
I love those games. Yeah, it's a grind out game.
Yeah, they're wearing Converse, man. Like, come on, DeAndre. He's not gonna play much defense for you, man.
I hear you, but
so you better score when you're doing that.
Where are we gonna find that scoring at that if we can't rely on that? Like,
see,
it all comes back around.
We were doing so well until DeAndre came in, which is true though. With DeAndre, you're making some really good points, and those are concerns. And those are concerns for coaches that make $1 million, man. I'm just hosting the postgame show, getting you through the vibe. Anthony Davis on Spectrum Sportsnet. Oh, speaking of the starting lineup.
Chemistry, moving the basketball, playing for each other. Like I said, we're guys open. We're throwing the ball, telling them to shoot it.
Get ready for kids in the back.
We're going out and being selfish, looking for our own shots. No matter who it is, we got the utmost confidence in all our players and their capabilities. And, the times that we have turnovers or bad shots is because we're trying to do the right thing, but they just don't tend to work out that way. We can live with those, but for the most part, that starting unit, we're just playing basketball, having fun while we're doing it and making the right plays.
That's Anthony Davis on Spectrum Sportsnet. Of course, love the people over at Spectrum. Getting the highlights, putting them up quick, and Rebecca Wambo in the back getting us the highlights. All right. We've heard from DeAndre, heard a little bit from Parker, and now it's time to hear from the kids in the back. They're on fire today. I saw you two roaming all over the place. It was a 5:30 tip-off because it was on ABC, for those wondering why. When the writer's strike was going on, ABC and the networks were trying to figure out, hey, what kind of content do we get? What are we going to put up? So no new shows are out there. So they've been putting on these basketball games because it was an 8:30 on the East Coast prime time. So that's why the game was going on. And credit to Laker fans. They showed up.
Oh,
they
man.
They were there early.
If every game was like this.
This is perfect.
Funch, you all right over there?
Yeah, if every game was like this
Why?
at 5:30, it was, you like to get out earlier.
Old man
you
Funch
You
over
don't want to
here.
get home at, past midnight or 1 o'clock.
First of all, respect to the people who work till 5 o'clock. They can't make this. Old man Funch always worried.
Hey, those people
about
who work at midnight would want to work at this time too. Jeez.
You and I both used to work the overnight shift.
Man.
So we know.
My God.
You haven't lived that you done traffic reports in Palmdale at 3 a.m. on the 14. Ice on the field, was it ice on the Grapevine? That's what it's called?
The Grapevine.
Yeah, I got fired for that job quick. All right, kids in the back, what do you got?
All right. Will, first off, thank you for the underlay right there, that little electric, around the world. I like it. Tribe Called Quest. So, speaking of the 5:30 tip-off, Beto, that you just mentioned, a funny tidbit. While we were walking into the media area, the Mavs were walking in. And I felt that the Mavs were so confused why there was a 5:30 start time in L.A. that Grant Williams was actually lost for 1 second. And we had to direct him to get to his area.
Oh, really? You had to tell him where to go?
Yeah, so the arena staff apparently was shocked that it was a 5:30 tip-off as well because the gate was still locked.
Oh.
And they had to go through a little door.
Wow.
To get to the locker
room. Okay. I see you.
So Beto, do you know who Mark Phillips is, Supreme Dreams?
No.
So Supreme Dreams, a.k.a. also known as Mark Phillips, he has a whole group called RDC. And pretty much they do a whole bunch of skits around the NFL and around the NBA. And he's a big-time social media guy. So today I had
is he the one that acts like a coach?
He's the one that acts like a coach. Yeah. He's the one that does the LeBron and Kyrie, like, give me a ring and all that stuff like that. Yeah. So he was actually courtside today.
I didn't know his name, but I know who it is. Yeah.
So we had a chance, me and Parker, to sit, have a good chat with them before the game. And apparently he actually has been following our station a little bit and watching our social posts. So
for real?
If you guys see right now on our Twitter and our Instagram, he actually gave us a good shout out. And he's a really good guy to interact with.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
Yeah, some of the funniest skits
Supreme
you'll ever see.
Dreams.
And this is a good fact that we have. It actually is this post
Yeah.
actually did well in a span of 5 minutes. It's one of our most blown up posts that we actually had.
Well, he has 2.9 million followers.
NBA Twitter goes crazy.
Yeah, no, it does. This is why we bring in the kids in the back to keep us young and hip, man. Like, this is why. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm 46 years old this year. I don't know who everybody is, but I know who this dude is because he's funny. Because he comes across my reels all the time. Yeah, his coaching stuff, like when Drewski was here and all that other stuff. Yeah, this is why you guys are here to bring us the social media currency. I love that, and it is on our Instagram right now. All right, what else you got?
Yeah, I mean, you could just, again, check out all those things. I know we mentioned we saw some celebs in tonight. One instance that I and DeAndre and I think Greg Bergman was here too, we're sad that we missed out. Joe Kelly and family were in the building, and we don't know where he was sitting, unfortunately. But
yeah. So you saw it too. So
Joe Kelly was sitting fifth row. I like fifth row Friday in section 111, right below us.
Did he win?
No, he sat to the left of Mookie.
Okay.
Yeah, he won fifth row Friday.
It'd be funny if he did.
So I mean, I seen it too. Like Joe Kelly walked right past Greg, and he gave him a little bump and like tried to squeeze by him. And I don't think Greg recognized what really happened, but I think he was in like such aw that he was trying to live the moment.
Yeah,
But
so Joe Kelly from the Dodgers, who gave up his number to Shohei Ohtani, and his wife got a Porsche out of it, was at the game today with his family. He walked by Michael and John Ireland, and to Greg Bergman's credit, he did see who it was, and he walked by him. I tried to tell Bergman, like, dude, why'd you bump Joe Kelly? Why'd you ignore him? And he's like, I did not. Do not start that live.
That's a good Bergman impression, too, right there.
And I was trying to get it, and I'm like, realized I can't make it up because he had witnesses that people actually, if it would have just been him by himself, I would have gone with it. But Stephanie, who does a great job here running the station, keeping us together, she was like, no, we saw him. I was like, okay. And I can't lie in front of Stephanie. She's amazing. So, but, I really wanted to say that Bergman ignored Joe Kelly and bumped him and acted like security. But Kelly was cool, man, because I said what's up to him. He didn't have his glasses on, so that's why people didn't recognize him.
But Joe, if you're listening, and or Ashley, the Kellys, we would love to do a social, media hit with you. So one of these days.
You were in front of him. Why didn't you tell him?
They were running to the media area.
You know where
with
they
their
went?
kids
No, they didn't go to the media area.
Oh, they went to the.
They went to the patio.
The patio.
And listen tomorrow, because Mason tried to get in. I'm not going to give it away, but Mason tried to get in. I don't know if he got in or not. All right, that's all you guys got?
Oh, one last thing. By the way, so there's a bit that they were trying to do with Pepe before the game.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as Pepe does his way when they announce him when he's getting ready to commentate. And Greg and Mace thought it'd be a good idea to go on and try to rally the fans to try to, do the wave back to Pepe. So we have a social video of,
I saw it.
Of the point of view that we have from Pepe's angle. And Parker was on the floor, so he got it from the Jumbotron. And if you can see Mace and Greg down below near courtside, they tried to rally, and it did not.
For the record, there was somebody that doesn't work at the station that waved back to Pepe. I saw it with my own eyes.
There you go.
She was on the floor. My good friend Jackie Grant, who works for the Lakers, I was like, Jackie, wave at Pepe. She's like, what are you guys doing? She goes, why are all of you waving at that man? so we had one non-7-10er wave at Pepe. So I did see that video. It was pretty cool. Great job by Parker and DeAndre. And now it's time for the one and only, the Mind of Michael.
One of the most brilliant come out of the Bahamas.
8 times 4 is 30. They have pace for 30 turnovers. Huh? 32. I knew I was close.
An all-around champion as a player, broadcaster, and dad.
All the good points they make, you don't want to hear all the great ideas I have?
There is only one Michael Thompson.
Who is bold enough to walk into a steakhouse with a red Solo cup filled with Cabernet?
Welcome to the Mind of MT.
What's wrong with that?
Here's Beto Duran.
The Mind of Michael. We love it because Michael's probably at In-N-Out right now listening. So, MT, hopefully In-N-Out had your burger ready to go. I was In-N-Out, so I really couldn't see what was going on. Did Michael rip the Cowboys? Because one of the keys to the game was Michael saying to keep Dallas losing like the Cowboys. But
Yeah.
did he say something on the air?
I mean, it's funny. He ripped the Cowboys earlier in like,
Okay.
earlier pregame, but then during the game, he kind of said something a little nicer.
Okay. All right. So this is the mind of Michael. And shout out to Scott Kaplan, who's watching us on YouTube right now. Cappy, you see the Sunday Swagger? Cheers to you, Cappy, because you're going to love this right here. The mind of Michael. I don't know what it's about, but he said something about the Cowboys.
Michael, no matter what happens here tonight, the lead story in Dallas tomorrow will undoubtedly be what just got announced by Adam Schefter on ESPN. The Cowboys are bringing Mike McCarthy back next year.
Yeah, he doesn't play defense. Their defense couldn't stop Jordan Love.
So you would have brought McCarthy back.
Yeah, I'll give him one more year. He's got one more chance to get to the Super Bowl. And if he fails again next year, then that's it.
Oh, he didn't rip him. He was...
Yeah, but I mean, that's a kind of controversial take right now. Everyone thinks that he shouldn't get another chance.
Man, okay, that's a good one. That sounded like Michael and Trudell back in the day. That's some good sports talk right there.
There you go. Thompson
There you
Trudell,
go.
baby.
Yeah, Thompson and Trudell. All right, here's Michael Thompson. So, Funch, set this up. The story in Portland, what happened?
So DeAndre Ayton,
Bahamian.
Bahamian, former number one pick, former Phoenix Sun. He's member of the Portland Trailblazers, and I guess there's a big ice storm up there, and he could not leave his house because of the ice storm. He couldn't shovel his way out, I guess. And I guess team officials actually went to his house to try to get him out, and he still couldn't get him out. So they just said, don't come.
Here's Michael on the Portland weather.
So, Michael, how many years did you play for the Trailblazers?
8.
All right. DeAndre Ayton, who, like you, is Bahamian, is out tonight because it was so icy in Portland, he couldn't get on the road and get to the arena. Does it get that cold in Portland?
It gets we get ice storms up there, and it's so hilly in Portland that it's very dangerous to drive. So it happened to me one time. Ice was on my driveway. I really couldn't get out, but somehow I was able to get. The game wasn't postponed, but somehow I got there. But those icy conditions can happen in Portland area. Very rare, but they do happen once every winter, and it makes treacherous driving on all those hills.
So the dude didn't make it because of the ice.
Yeah.
I just looked it up right now.
You've been to Portland, right?
I've been to Portland, and this actually happened to my kid last year.
Really?
My son and St. John Bosco, they were playing a tournament in Salem, Oregon, and a snowstorm came, airport shut down. So they just rented some vans, and they were going. The storm changed, and by the California border, by Eureka, ice all over the roads.
Wow.
And they're California people driving the coaches that they slid off of one into an embankment. Nobody got hurt, but they slid. Like, okay, we got to stop, man. We can't go in there. We're from California. We don't know how to drive this. Like, I have gone snowboarding forever. I've never driven in snow. There's no need for that. Like,
I was born on the East Coast, but I never drove into snow until a few years ago when I visited my sister in Virginia.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But anyway, the Portland weather is really bad. The one time I went to Portland, the weather was raining all weekend.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything. Kids in the back, you guys been to Portland?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever been stuck in the snow?
No.
I have been stuck in the snow.
I'm a desert rat.
Yeah, I'm from Coachella. No.
I mean, Beto, we almost got stuck in the snow. We went up to Mountain High the other week.
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to go snowboarding on Wednesday, Parker and I, but then...
What? You guys going snowboarding?
We're going to do a Miller Lite Minute at Mountain High, and the wind gusts were so bad that they told us, don't come. It's like, it was up to 50 and don't do it. So, yeah. The mind of Michael. Scott Kaplan wants to know, Funchy, do you like them Snoops?
I love them. Thank you, Cappy. I love them. Shout out to you, man. I love it.
All right, whatever that means.
You get a big hug from me next time it's here.
Yeah. All right, Lakers win 127-110. They've won 2 in a row. They won 4 of 6. 2 more games this week. DeAndre, how'd you feel about the show today?
Oh, I loved it, man. I love the rhythm. I felt like it was great to be free-flowing and be able to just jump in when we can.
Oh, so you love having the freedom to jump in whenever you can because on Cappy's show, he won't let you. I got you. That's what you're trying to say. Parker, how was the show?
I agree exactly what D said. It was amazing.
Don't be lying. Amazing. Stop it. Don't tell me to wrap up, man. I want to thank everybody. You've been too producery today. You've been like on me all day long. Lakers finally win, and I want to talk to the people, and you're like, no, wrap up, hang up on him, hang up on that. Like you're acting like me now. Like we don't need that. And just for that, I guess I can't say thank you to you. I can't say thank you to Rebecca. I can't say thank you to the fans. But dude, are we going to dinner or not?
Yeah, you're going to Fleming's, right?
Yes, I am. We're going to Fleming's right now. Lakers win. We'll talk to you again on Friday, right?
Yes,
What's
Friday.
today? Okay,
Friday,
let me
Friday
do-
versus Brooklyn.
All right, our coverage starts as pregame at 6 o'clock with Alan Sliwa, 7:30 with John and Michael, and we invite you to stay with us for more 7:10 coverage. Lakers win 127-110. They're back to 500. Thanks to everybody who participated on the show tonight on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.